Hi everyone. I want to tell you about my weekend. It was a weekend. I had quite the surprise when an old friend of mine shared with me that I say too much of a particular word in my videos. That word being which clearly isn't really a word. I had no idea. I cannot tell you how many times I have watched my own videos and I had never heard it. It was like it was invisible auditorily to me. So once I heard that feedback and went back and listened to them, I was shocked and very, very quickly just engulfed with feelings of not being good enough. The whole, just shame story of feeling like what I put out in the world, in the universe, and asked my friends and family to support and like and share and listen to was not the same thing that I had actually created. And I was really horrified and quite hard on myself, as so many of us are. We are often our own worst enemies. And I had to do a bit of act on myself. I had to practice some self compassion work. I had to diffuse from negative thoughts. I had to make room for and allow some very uncomfortable feelings. And I have not yet made that video on acceptance or allowing or being with uncomfortable feelings. And I also had to do some grounding work, which is yet another video that I will do in the future, and both big parts of why I love ACT. So I really had to get myself just sort of to a calm place where I could think about how do I want to proceed from here. Of course, at some point, maybe sooner, maybe later, it's dependent on time and energy and just really being in the right headspace. I would like to remake the videos that I have already made, and I certainly want to improve from here on out. Now, the next day after the sky fell, I spoke to an old friend of mine, or actually, she's a rather new friend, but she's a dear friend, about this. And she has been a vocal and positive supporter of Toastmasters, which is an organization that I have had zero interest in ever participating in. For those of you who don't know, it is a voluntary organization with very, very low dues that helps folks work on public speaking. I myself am completely freaked out by the idea of public speaking. I have no interest in doing it. And yet, here I sit before you, ready to tell you that I, Catherine Saxton-Thompson, Kathy, am going to join Toastmasters, because part of what Toastmasters does is to help you reduce your uhs and your ums and your you knows, all those kind of things that many of us use constantly without any kind of awareness. Now, funnily enough, my friend that I'm speaking about, I shared with her a video that I made just for myself to kind of organize my thoughts. And she noted that there were far fewer ums and uhs in that video than anything previous. And so I think that's just the awareness about it is going to help me reduce it. But I think beyond that, I can probably still do better. And because creating things of value for the world relating to ACT, spreading the word about this type of therapy that I adore, that has made such a huge impact in my own life, that I use multiple times a day, that has made me such a more happy and satisfied human being. because I want that, because I value sharing it, and because I want to create something that is helpful and listenable, if that's even a word, I am going to do this in service of that value. So I just wanted to share with you, and I want to give a sincere and heartfelt thanks to those of you who have supported me despite my obvious imperfections. I have really valued your support, your outpouring of love, and I am going to do better, not just for myself and not for the unknown folks out there, but for you, my friends and supporters. So thank you so much. Like everyone, I'm a work in progress.